Hello everyone and welcome to DIY with AJ. Today we are going to learn how I made this beautiful 3D embroidery, my channel logo, and I hope you will like it. So let's get started. So hello again, and for this video I thought that why not make my own channel logo, because I wanted to do this from such a long time ago, and I want to make it full 3D. So for that I need some embroidery hoop. This is a small embroidery hoop. Then I need some material. So here I am using the white cloth. After that, for the hairs I am using the black wool. For the cat I'll be using the brownish or grayish wool. And for the other colors I am using, like for the specs, blue, mouth, pink, skin tone, beige color. So this will be my materials that I'll be using in this video. And of course a scissor. First of all, separate the two hoops, loosen the screw, place the small hoop and place the cloth between the small and larger hoop and tighten the screw. After tightening the screw, just pull the fabric so that it will stretch and it will become very tight, because we can do embroidery only on tight clothes. And sorry for the background noise. Okay, now we will cut the edges in a circle, and now I am drawing my sketch with a pencil. You can also use carbon paper or tracing paper. You can draw your pattern from your net, print it out, and just use a carbon paper to transfer it on your embroidery cloth. Here I am just drawing the sketch. Since this sketch is very simple, so it was easy to draw. Some panda eyes and nose, and here our sketch is ready. Now first I am going for the face. So I am using this beige colored thread. I have inserted it in the needle, and now I am just going to stitch it. I am doing embroidery for the first time in my life, so I can't give you the proper directions that how I have done this. I can only show you that I just have to put the needle inside the thread and through the cloth. One time I am just passing it through the cloth from one side, then the other side. I don't know what this stitch is called, but somehow I managed. And now I will cover the full face with it. See, the face is covered with the brown or beige color thread. Now from the back it is looking like this, nice and clean. Now I'll cover the body from the black. As you can see, I hope anyone from the embroidery expert section can tell me what this stitch is called. Now I am using this blue thread to make the specs, and I hope I can make it well. So here it is after making the blue thread, and the specs are ready, the mouth is ready, and the cute little paw is ready. And this is how it looks from the back. Many of the footage from this video I have done without camera, because I have to grab the hoop in my hand, so sorry for that. And now I am going to do the eyes. As you can see here as well, I can't do it like a normal painting or a normal crafting video by placing it over the surface. I have to take it in my hand. So quite often, many times I was out of focus, out of camera, out of frame, and sometimes I haven't recorded also. But still I thought that I should post this video, because I thought that maybe some of you will understand how I have done it. So I apologize, and I hope that you will give it a like at least. Okay, so now I am using this wool. I'm passing the wool through the needle, and it was quite difficult to pass the wool through the needle. Now I start to make the hairs. Tie a knot behind so that the wool will not come out, and measure the length of the hair that you want and pass the needle. For the first try I have messed it up. As you can see now, again I am out of frame. This will happen quite a lot in this video, so sorry for that. Now when I was taking it out, by mistake the whole wool came out, so I have to again insert the wool. Now I'm going to lock it. How to lock it? Just pass the wool from the back of the fabric and again pass the needle through one of your wool, and it will lock it. As you can see, I'm showing you here again. First pass the wool from the back of the fabric, pull it. The wools are tangling a bit. Now measure the length of the hair that you want, and then pass the needle again to the back. Now you see here, if you will pull, the hair will become short. So for locking it, I am again passing the needle through the wool so that the first one or the first strand will get locked. Like this I have repeated and done the full hair. If still you have not understood, I'll give you a link from where I have learned this hair making video in the description box, so you can check that out, that how to draw this woolen hairs 3D. Now I am just cutting the edges, the loops, and now according to my picture there are some back hairs from the shoulder section, so I am just trimming it. Now I am a hairdresser. I'm giving her a hairstyle, but I'm not a good hairdresser, I guess. But I'm trying my best, I can say you that. So after cutting the shoulder part, now I'm giving some cross stitch, what we can say, cross cutting method. I'm just cutting her hairs randomly, okay, so that it will look nice or at least somehow manageable. So I'm cutting the rough edges. I'm using the frame as the guide and just cutting the rough edges of the wool. And here, after haircut, it will look like this. Now I'm working on the cap. For the cap, I thought that I'll be using the same wool. I will make the down part of the cap, that is the border of the panda, with the black wool, and the ears with the black wool. But the eyes and the nose I'll make with the black thread, because they are very small and the wool is very thick, so I can't work with details. So only the front part and the ears will be made from the wool. And doing embroidery with the wool is quite difficult as compared to the thread. So this is how it looks. As you can see, this is very rough. From the back it looks like this, and see the ears are not even, very much uneven kind of hair, not circular. I want them to semicircle. And this front part is also very loose of the cap. So now I'm using the black thread, and with the black thread I want to give this a proper round shape. So with the round black thread, again I am doing the embroidery in a semicircular manner around the wool, so that it will give a semicircular look. As you can see the difference already, this is the left ear and that is the right ear. And see the front part of the cap also, where I have used wool, that is not giving me the finished look. So again I am using the thread, and I am going to finish it quickly and give it an even look. So if anybody is still watching this video, then thank you a lot for your patience, and comment down below if you're still watching this video, and say that what you think of me. And please share my videos with others. I need subscribers at least. Okay, so after doing this ear also, see, I have finished it, and now it is a little bit circular. As you can already see, by mistake I have made this ear big and this ear small, but I thought that will be cute, so I have left it. And now see, the front part is not coming out anymore because I have fixed it with threads. The black thread is very nice and handy when you are working. So now I'll be working on the eyes. These are the most difficult part of the whole process because those were so tiny, and inside that I have to put some details. So I have drawn the eyes again, and now the same process I am using. First I am making the boundary of the eyes. Simple stitch, front and back one. I will search the name for you and I'll say you in description what this stitch is called. So now I'm just filling the gap by passing the thread continuously. See, from one end I'm just taking it out and passing it to the other end so that it will fill. And after filling it, see, the first eye is completed. In the same manner I will complete the second eye. This is quite a long video. I hope you are not bored. And this is how it looks, and I'm very happy with the result. And here a cat I have made from the wool that I have shown you earlier in the video, and I have used some colors to paint the details. And how I made this cat, actually I have recorded it, but the problem was my camera was off. I am a clumsy person, so if you want to know that how I made this cat, then please comment. I will surely make another cat, another video for you guys. Now I am attaching this cat with thread. I want to give this a full 3D look, so I have not gone for embroidery. And I know I can't make such a tiny little cat with such a details with my clumsy hands, so better to go with 3D look. Now in this painting, as you can see, there is a blush and some freckles are there. So I thought that freckles I'll not add, but the blushes I will add. So here is my personal eyeshadow. I know it's not very good, but I'll be using this one only. So for the blush, I'm going for the light pink version and some rosy pink one for the cheeks part. And just rubbing it lightly over the face. And okay, I don't want too much of blush over there, so little bit is fine. And now these are my watercolors, as you already know. So without coloring I can't do any video, so here you can see me coloring. I want to give this t-shirt the exact tie-dye look that I have drawn in the picture, so I am using watercolors, and they spread the feeling that you get on seeing them spread so nicely. Means what I can say, it's very satisfying for me to see the colors spread over the surface. Now I thought I'll be not using any color, but seeing that the full face is white and I was not satisfied, so I just grabbed my colors and just started painting it. Beige color, very light skin tone. And now I'll be painting my background as well. You can see, you can never stop me from painting. I can paint just anything. I love coloring. So I have just made it my complete, like my channel logo with a pink background and all. So see, after drying it was ready. I thought that okay, it was ready, I'm satisfied. But no, the white was not white enough. So I have taken some white fabric paint and just covered the part of the panda cap with the white colors. And this is how it turns out. Now you can compare the two ones. One is my picture hand drawn by watercolors and one is my thread embroidery. And I must say I'm very much proud of myself because I tried embroidery for the first time and this was the result. So obviously I should be proud. And thank